out by beautiful Bear's Den. Excuse me, Bear's Den here in Barton's Cove. Try not to talk too loud. Try not to offend the kayakers. But I'm just losing my mind in here with a series of jaw-dropping, I'm just agog. I'm just agog. Look at this little dragonfly. Little dragonfly exuvia there. I guess it crawled right up the stem. The glorious, perfect stem of this Lobelia cardinalis here in the, I want to say Campanulaceae, but I'm just learning this stuff. I don't know. Anyway, Lobelia cardinalis. Interesting stuff going on here. I think those would be the... I don't want to rip apart the flower. I don't know. I got to look it up. But what are those things coming out the top with the black and the white fuzz? Maybe some sort of pollen dusting thing. Maybe the stigma, I guess, the style, you know, the female part, the nutritive part of the seed, what develops into that. I don't know, but I'm thinking hummingbird, you know. Obviously they want you to get up right up in their face and stick some long thing, some long phallic beak down into them. That seems pretty evident. And I guess the bumblebees can see red, but hummers are famous. Hummers are famous for their red seeing abilities amongst botanists. And we got our beautiful hummer around here, our ruby-throated hummer. I was going to try to quote an Emily Dickinson poem, but I think that's better left to the side. Anyway, Acalygia canadensis is on the rocks just to one side of me here in the spring. Another red flower that looks sort of like this, called Acalygia, columbine, red columbine, called Acalygia because it's got these cool spurs, I guess, that reminded somebody of an eagle. But I'm just thinking of all the great red hummer pollinated flowers around here. There's a whole series of them, and it's the first time I've seen that Lobelia. I noticed that it's around, but first time I found it. So that's exciting for me. I hope for you as well, you know. But here's another astounding, wonderful Appalachian plant. You know, I'm really seeing the Appalachians differently now that I see them as this glorious ecoregion. You know, not only the place where the ruling class that's most responsible for the current mass extinction is located in the northeast U.S., you know, but also a kind of an amazing ecoregion. And okay, enough political blather. This is Staphylia trifolium. I'm trying to find a good cluster, and I'm starting with these seed pod structures, which are just... Are you going to focus? Which are just jaw-droppingly good, because you can see how it's evolved. And you look up above these lobelias, yeah, and you can see some of those clusters of bladder nuts. I guess the common name is bladdernut. It's okay, it's all right. Yeah, so you split open that hollow case, I think it's three-parted. Yeah, see, here's it from the end. Three-parted hollow. Are we gonna focus? Is that gonna be in the plan, in the picture? Is that something we can ask for? Hollow, floatable. Now what? How do we operate a camera? Is this something we know? Floatable seed there, you know, and they're just here in Bear's Den. They're absolutely, absolutely prevalent. They're coating the banks, and it's a pretty rare plant. Wonderful Appalachian plant. Okay, this is going on, but see, what I wanted to do is just walk around in this little area, and there's these strange and wonderful plants that I never saw before, including this baby, this glorious baby. I mean, look at this interesting habit, you know, heading towards the light, but there's something about these branches, man, these branches that, and these leaves, they feel really good. Ooh, they feel good. They're like leathery. They're a little leathery. I don't know if they're really that leathery. They're smooth. They're smooth. And they're just unlike, like, look at the way these leaves are growing. Something about this bush is just not like the other plants around here. And it's just, I'm walking along and it just hits me over the head. Like, what the heck is this? Turns out another beautiful Appalachian species. I just learned it. Am I going to be able to remember? Leatherwood? I want to think a mostly tree tropical family whose name escapes me now because I was just reading it 5 minutes ago for the first time on Wikipedia, which is how I learn everything in. Yeah, but doesn't look like other plants around here. The leaves have this kind of pale green quality, so that's cool. And it's kind of embarrassing that I can't remember the real name. Palustris of the swamps is the specific name. Dirca palustris, I think that was what it was. Dirca, what the fuck? Dirca, genus name Dirca. Yeah, it's in a palustris type place. If we, you know, there it is. There it is. That's one. And that's the other. And yeah, I think the wood is noted in terms of, if you look at the global, is the focus on this fucked up? And if you look at the global family, the wood is noted for its leathery, it's good for making paper. You can make paper out of the wood of this family. I don't know about this species of genus, but it's got some cool fibers in it. And the fact that it's called leatherwood would suggest, I hope I'm not making that shit up. It would suggest that maybe some leatheroid or paper or something has been made from that. Okay, so moving right along. These are interesting little legumes. I think that's called hog peanut, which is annoying. I don't like that. But that's for the stoloniferous flowers that remain underground. The plant flowers underground, basically. And I guess the hogs, geez, the focus. Oh, damn it. Once you hit that focus, you're cooked. Okay. The flowers go underground. They never open. They pollinate themselves, and then a new plant grows. But the hogs, I guess, once upon a time, or still probably, like to root in there. Anyway, I learned that the other day. That was cool. But up here is another thing I didn't know about. Gooseberry or something. Probably really common. I don't know. It's got these cool spines. For some reason, this plant is... leaves are all messed up, but here we go. And reach in here, trying to get pricked. Yeah, it's got these interesting little spines. See that there? I never saw that before. So anyway, this is all just really indulgent. But and then last, we're heading up here, and just all about me. Just all about me. Really indulgent. Annoying shit, man. Okay. So So here I'm walking along, I'm looking at the Caryas, the hickories. There's a nice one right there. And you see, are we gonna? Yeah, you see, this bark looks pretty shaggy, if you ask me. Look at that, shagging, extremely shagacious. And so you might think, oh yeah, open and shut case, Carya ovata, Shagbark hickory, named for the shape of its fruits and buds, I believe, ovata. Anyway, then you look here, similarly somewhat shaggy. You know, there's a piece that's shagging off. And down there, you know, a little bit of shagacity, but you reach up and touch, you gotta always grope and touch the plants, and oh, what do you feel? A downy fuzz. A tomentum, a hairy abundance, and then you even reach, you touch the buds, you touch the little buds here, the little twig, and oh, you feel that fuzz on the twig. And that is just not in the ovata playbook, supposedly. That means we're in the tomentosa world, the tomentos world of the mockernut hickory, Carya tomentosa, which is named for its tomentum, its down, and its downiness, which is a nice thing. Plants should be named for their downiness. If they're downy, I think it's a nice, helps the student. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, nice big buds. I think you got to look at the buds on hickories. Are we gonna focus? No, let's not focus. Anyway, nice big buds. Definitely not a cordiformis. Saw a rattlesnake plantain up the hill for the first. I mean, I've seen them before, but I never, Googled one. So that was fun. Its old flower stalk was sticking up, and it's an amazing little spot. I think there's just so many wonderful plants in this little spot. So, and how we could be complete here without a little appreciation of our poor dear departed American chestnut, Castanea dentata, I think, something like that, which is not departed in the sense of dead, but banished into a kind of latent, repressed pygmy presence in the very world in which it once, thrived, held forth, really, took its place in the council of elders here once upon a time. Now condemned to relative obscurity, but you can recognize the leaves. They have these prickles on the ends. That distinguishes them from beech. And not every leaf everywhere has a prickle, but enough of them do. And once you get a hang for it, you can see. And they always grow in these bunches from the ground now because of the invasive, destructive, oh my God, words are escaping me. Names are escaping me. But it's here. It's here. Maybe there was a tree, maybe there was a big tree there 100 years ago and now, or 200 years ago, and now it's just a little sprout, but still going, still there, not giving up in that nice way that plants never give up. All right, I can't shake a stick without seeing something I just need to talk about. I need to talk about it. Oh. Not the cliff. I mean, the cliff is amazing. I have a lot to say about the cliff, I think. I think there was a turkey vulture raising its freakish little young in there earlier. Anyway, what I wanted to say was, look at that big lighter yellow, lighter green baby just chilling, thriving, just looking good, doing well for itself, farming the light. Not really farming the soil. I mean, a little bit. The mossies help, you know. I've been looking at that through my binoculars. I think that's that gooseberry shit that I found earlier, along with the whole phantasmagoria that we were looking at right over there. So I didn't know this plant existed. I mean, who am I? No one. But anyway, I didn't know. And there's another one. I think through the binoculars, the leaves look like that one with the little spines and the funny leaves. Almost look a little bit like hawthorn leaves, but they're not. Anyway, there it is, just swaggering on that nose of the cliff. And that's how plants are, you know. You didn't know that they fucking existed at all in the first place. You look at one, you Google it, you're like, oh shit, huh? I don't even know that family. Never heard the family even. And then you turn around, and there's this giant ass one, just swaggering, and just, oh. Yeah, I looked that up. Ribes cyanosbati, American gooseberry. According to Wikipedia, the fruits are pleasant tasting. And there it is, distinctive leaves. Hey, you can't see them from here, but they have glandular hairs on them. And it's in the Grossulariaceae, which is a family I had never heard of until just a moment ago. But it's an Appalachian plant, and it's just thriving on this cliff, swaggering. I love it from this angle below. You can see the stem in there. It likes it. It likes what's happening. And because I can't resist piling on just more celebratory nonsense, I just can't stop. This is a Staphylia, trifolium, I forget. On the other side here, underneath the Ribes cyanosbati, Cyanosbati for that. But this is just below it. See, there it is, holding forth. And then here we have the Staphylia thicket with these grape, I guess they look like grape bunches to the namers, you know. I guess white grapes, not black grapes. They look a little grapey. I'll give them that. But yeah, those are floating seeds. Apparently they cling to the plant for all summer. I mean, I guess I'm waiting for them to fall. We'll see what happens. But maybe this plant is a little stressed. See, it's a little brownish tipped for some reason. Maybe something down in the soil, and it's just going for it seed-wise, unlike its neighbors who have a modest amount. But this one is just going for it, just going, just. And there they are. There they are. There's a skunky in here. I found a skunky, and there's a dinosaur footprint. I should go look at that. Okay, next stop. Long video. You know, they're all for me. I don't mind if they're long. So, yeah, we'll go cap it off with a little dinosaur footprint. I think it's right over under this beautiful, beautiful Betula allegheniensis, which a recent storm knocked down after a long, productive, and really illustrious life. Another stem there still survives. Probably it's just going to go on to flourish. But yeah, golden birch, Betula allegheniensis. Got some nice wintergreen scent. volatiles in it. Grapes was doing good service as a grape arbor, but it's kissing the den now. All right, I'm just blundering along here, but what did I tell you? A theropod of theropods. I just saw it run. You couldn't see that. Right in there. It ran in there, rustling, downy,